Please, Lord, have mercy, bless.
Relax, relax.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm your host, Judge Dre. Welcome to Debating Woes. Yes, it's been a while, guys. You probably have missed me for a little bit, but yes, I had some things to take care of in the family. But yes, we're back here at the show, the place you want to be. Tonight's topic is men who don't support the male agenda. Now, sometimes those people realize, most of them, I'll tell you from experience, they don't even realize that they don't support the male agenda because they're still taking up for rights that still destroy your point of views and your way of living. Hi, we have a couple people right here. We're going to go ahead and get the chat room open. If you want to be added to the show, just go ahead and type in a link over there that, hey, you know what? I want to be added. I have to make a comment about that, or I don't think you're right about that, because this is the show where opinions are. People right here. We're going to go ahead and get the chat room open. This is the show where actually opinions are actually necessary, and you're allowed to go against what even I say. So you can go ahead right there, click that link if you want to join the panel, and we'll get the show started on the road. We have Felix, Carletta, Bella, and Atreyu here. And yes, it's the one from the Never-Ending Story. No.
Hey, I saved the world from the darkness, man, the nothing. So, hey, it's all groovy.
All right, bro.
The one and only.
The nothing, huh?
Yeah, from the darkness, man, from the nothing. You know, I'm the actual. Nope, didn't kid me. Got everybody else.
Carlotta, where'd you go, girl?
You know, Carlotta got that Acer. She got one of the damn router. Not even a computer. She got an Acer router, so you know how that is.
Lord bless the children.
Them bad boys go down like 4 flats on the Cadillac.
She got one, bruh.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
She got that Wi-Fi box.
Lord have mercy.
So what's up, Dre? How we doing this?
Oh my! I hope y'all can't hear this. Please don't tell me y'all can hear this shit.
Dre, we can't hear shit, bro.
No, Dre muted himself. Dre,
Yeah,
why did
I
you?
was muted.
We're
Now,
live.
we can hear you though.
Yeah, but you're
Okay.
live. We're supposed to go first.
Well, I'm supposed to go first. No, I already said we were talking about men who don't support the male agenda. You know, basically, perfect examples of that. Somebody's actually calling me. Don't know if that's you, but
I can't tell who's calling.
okay. I said, go ahead and click the link and join the chat if you want. You don't have to sit here and keep calling. Just type in the chat and I'll go ahead and add you to the show.
I agree.
But basically, have you ever noticed you sit up here and say, oh, you know, males don't have the right to say maybe after a child is born, this, that, or the other, that, oh, well, you know, we have to go down to court and fight for any right we want. Where there's no excuse made for us, but yet there's plenty of excuses made for women. Look at, you know, it comes to everything when it comes to, well, as a man, you should, you know, you shouldn't be upset when somebody talks to you a certain way, or you shouldn't even worry about your feelings because guess what? You don't have any feelings. That's part of being a man. Or in the Bible, it says you should do this, that, and the other and honor their mother and their father. Well, last time I checked, I'm not going to honor a motherfucker if they're wrong. Am I right?
You're right, Dre.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Touche.
I'm the same.
I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong, despite what someone else says or what something says.
Well, that's the problem though nowadays. Though. People say, I've actually dated a couple people in my day where you sit up here and say, well, God, dog, you know, your mother was wrong for telling me this, that, or the other. And the first people say, well, I understand that, yes, she was wrong, but that's my mother. So because she's your mother, you can't tell them when they're wrong? I don't understand that there. Well, I mean, where is this handbook out that shows that all of these people get a free pass? You know, I didn't get that memo that told me, hey, well, you know, that's your mom or that's your dad right there. You shouldn't disagree with them. I even tell my son as of today, and he's only 14, I tell him, well, if there's something you don't agree with, son, and you think that there's another point of view or I may not see things in a different light, you can sit down and say, hey, Dad, you know, I really don't agree with you on that. Just because you don't agree with me on a point, we can sit down and come to it. We're going to have a little discussion about it. Maybe I may change, or most likely I probably won't. But still, you can at least have your say-so, and I'll at least take it in with strong consideration. And especially because you're my son or whoever you are.
Right. I agree.
I tell you, a lot of people think, you know, when you're a parent, you're supposed to be right all the time. And we know that's not true. Especially when in the African American community, we definitely, you know, when it comes to our mothers, we always believe that just whatever they say is okay because they're our mothers.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason behind that. There's no sort of values behind that or principle.
But why is that? That's the question I want to know. Why?
That's a good question.
It's all hereditary, man. This is all hand-me-down language. Nobody does research anymore. Nobody cares. Nobody did research in the beginning. This is all to the point where you had it's almost like how remedies are passed down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I don't know if everybody else does this or whatnot, but people who actually like get burns, this is just analogy right now.
Mm-hmm.
People who get burns, they put butter on it or something, some type of oil that's not even supposed to be put on your skin.
Right.
And it's just been passed down through generation to generation. And when you get the generation like of today, or in my generation, we actually sat back and started thinking about like, that makes no sense. Like, why did you say, like, I'm pretty sure everybody had their parents say something and you think about it as a kid, you be like, what? You get older and you realize that it really made no sense. So I guess that's how it is now, where people do the same thing. So.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah,
but this is the problem.
I
Is
was
it
taught-
that you... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Bella. You can go ahead and
No,
speak.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I run my mouth enough, so we can go ahead and hear somebody else's mouth.
I was just gonna say that I was told just to put toothpaste on a burn. Did it help? No. Did I do it? Yeah. So yeah, you're right, Atri, I agree.
But I mean, like, think about it. By your actions of actually doing that, so you just believe just because this person said it that they're right. And technically,
Yeah.
you never sit up there and say, well, why do we do that? Or, you know, are you sure that that's going to help? Or you just believe it just because this person said it is gold.
Yeah, I just believe them, you know. I was like, okay, well, you know, you say it works for you, so I would do it. I don't do it anymore because it doesn't work. If it did work, I'd keep doing it. It just makes it worse.
I'm saying I've never done it, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm more of the rebellious type. Still am. So it's to the point back then I was like, I don't do that. Because, I mean, after falling on my face a few times, it was like, you know what? I'd rather fall on my face myself from the information I got than somebody tell me something. No, like, I'm not doing that. So,
yeah,
I'd rather not. I'd rather do my own research or whatnot, because that's just how pretty much these generations are today. Like, they'll just, it's to the point where, like, they would not follow, let's say, the status quo, so to speak. So, yeah.
Definitely, I'd say, and our thing. It's just that I think we've just gotten to the habit of saying, oh, well, you know what? That's my mom, that's my dad. Whatever they say goes, and I'm not gonna question it. No form or fathom. All right, here we go. Haderach, I am trying to add you to the show. I think I just found your email. There we go. Matter of fact, there you go, Steve. You have been added.
We almost get scared to think otherwise. Even when we're adults, we almost get scared. It's like when we do, like, for instance, I don't know if you guys what's up, Raph? I don't know when you guys, what's up, man?
What up?
What up, Raphael? How are you doing?
What up, though, Ralph?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We all right, man.
Groovy.
What y'all talking about tonight?
Men who don't support the male agenda.
Man that don't
I'm sorry,
what?
hi Raphael. I'm sorry.
Hey, Carlotta.
Support the male agenda.
Okay. All right.
How you doing,
bro?
How's school going, Raph? School is going good. I got some makeups to do. Jesus, I got like 8 of them, but I'm gonna knock them out tomorrow, and then I won't have no homework next Wednesday, so all I gotta do is turn my next test in for this math class, and I'll be straight.
Critical.
Okay. Every stone just said everyone has sheep mentality. Yeah, that's actually true. A lot of people, it takes a lot to actually stand up and actually go against the norm. And, you know, especially when I say, I hate to say this, but every time I see a black person actually sitting here, these super, like, gold, holier than thou people, they really just form, because really, do you really know? Most of the Bible is used to keep us. It's just another form of control, to keep you thinking a certain way and all that. Now, I'm not saying that every religion is wrong, but that's what I've noticed, especially with black people in the Bible.
Yeah, especially in the black churches. I noticed that too, because like that's why I really don't go to church anymore. And I think I was telling Deborah or somebody that because I went to church I used to go to church like a lot, and I started noticing that if you don't pay your tithes, they look at you as like you're less than, because they like, well, it's time to pay your tithes. It's time to pay your tithes, and I just don't, and I don't think that's what God wants. I don't think that's what you come to church for.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal opinion, because a lot of churches, you gotta pay for your membership, you gotta pay for this, you gotta pay for that. It seems like a big money scheme to me. So.
Oh, definitely. That's why you see half the preachers driving around in souped up cars. How you doing?
Yeah.
You have a question on our topic today? Anything you want to add?
What up, man?
Talking to me?
Yep.
Yes, I am.
What's the topic?
The topic is men who don't support the male agenda.
You said what?
Men who don't support the male agenda, like say men who fight for men's rights. And the problem is half the time we got other men sitting here. Other men put up more of a fight for women's rights than we do. They fight more against our rights than the women do.
Oh, you said men don't support women's rights?
No, men's rights. Men's rights.
Men's rights.
Right.
I can't hear you.
Men's rights, my man.
We can barely hear you.
Women don't support men's rights.
No, men who don't support the male agenda. Basically, we have men that come out here. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, it took me a while to get it together.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, man.
Maybe leave and come back. It'll probably help.
What up, Steve?
What's happening, Z? Can y'all hear me fine?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Because I can't ever figure out how to adjust the volume on the Hangout. Like, it just, I don't know what it is. And I can't do it through the computer, much less the outside interface. So I got it plugged into the stereo. So it's like, y'all is in the room.
All right.
Like, yeah, Z, right? You're right over here to my right.
All right.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. What do you think about this? These men here, Steve, that don't support the male agenda.
I'm sorry. What's the nature of the topic, or is this a subtopic y'all got draped on?
Well, nature of the topic. Maybe we have men here that sit up here when a man makes a point or a statement. Here, we have other men that actually bash us down quicker than the women do for just trying to protect our own rights to keep us from getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, you do. I'm gonna agree with you on that one, Andre.
Okay. Okay. So, what was the first question again?
I said, what do you think about that? You know, have you ever noticed, like,
did you just say?
Like, anytime you see the men try to stand up and say, well, we need to do this, that, or the other, whatever the case may be, and it's something that's protecting, you know, your life and your right to live. You know, most of the time you get more flack from other men defending the women before you do the women fighting. It's bad enough that they always the loudest ones to scream, but then you have the men that sit up here, well, like, that's a woman, you shouldn't do that. Like, how the women don't take any responsibility.
What was the reference to the military in the first question?
To the military. I didn't say no reference to the military.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're cutting in and out a little bit, so maybe that's my bad.
Yeah,
I heard something else. All right. Well, I guess then to answer your question more directly, it's not that women are incapable of logic. It's just that men have a better tendency towards doing so. I mean, let me tell you. I mean, there's plenty of fucking idiots out there, who are men. They don't even know how to spell the word logic. Okay, so that's part of it. Why are we? How do you say it? This kind of reminds me of something I was trying to mention the other day. What was I going to say? It was a conversation I had with a cousin a few years back, and she, right? Curiously enough, she's a banker, right? She thinks she's a good one,
right?
And she said to me, or she asked me it was Turkey Day, whatever, Thanksgiving. She said, why is it that men always feel the need to explain everything? And I guess what I said when I looked at her with that fucking hairy eyebrow, right, or the hairy eyeball look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I said? It's because you need an explanation, bitch. All right? All right, it's because you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. This is why you feel you need to even ask that question. All right, maybe you haven't got a good explanation yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm not trying to, put anybody else into that corner, male or female, but that just might be the case. For why we feel the need to explain everything is because women don't understand. In at least that particular occasion.
Well, I agree. A lot of us women make men have to go out of their way to, explain everything. So I've been there. I've done it to men.
Right. But here's the question: like, since you said you are coming as a woman who said, I've done it to a man. Why do you do it?
I didn't do it.
Why?
Huh? I didn't do it intentionally. It wasn't my intention, and I'm working on that right now to not do it again.
But as a woman's point of view, why do you think women do that?
Some of them don't care what a man has to say. That's the problem.
Now you're saying that some women don't care what a man has to say. Why is that? Because it's a control issue. They like to be in control. I mean,
yes. Based on some of the women that I've seen with their partner, they don't respect them.
T-Pain.
Two,
Bad
they
internet
think
connection.
in their mind, well, just because you're a man.
Bella, it might be your connection. Or do I sound like
I'm getting a bad connection all the way
around. Wait. I'm here.
You want to tell me what?
No, I hear her. Everybody.
Keep the thought, y'all. Pause for a second.
Wait 1 second, Bella.
They will not yield to the man. So some of them just don't. Most of them that are like that will not change. And it's about being.
Bella, I think you need to leave and come back because I'm
gonna leave, guys. I'll be back.
Yeah, just reload your browser and all that.
Right.
It's probably Google because I'm on my phone and I'm hearing like weird stuff. So
yeah. I can hear her. I can hear everyone else fine. I just can't hear her.
Well, no, the thing is, she was muted, and then she was still talking. Like, I'm watching this in real time, and it's like crazy. Like, I think Google like really messing up.
Man, it's just laggy as shit. Lag. Don't
you hate that?
Maybe Google's overtaxed right now, or what?
I don't know. I'm just making sure what my router is overtaxed. Remember, I told you I got a house full of family, and I was sitting there saying,
"Well, I thought it was just me at first." And
but everybody and their mama brought their cell phones, computers, tablets. Yeah. Like I've told her, I said as well, we know that this router that I bought definitely works. I bought a nice expensive router because this motherfucker, I know this bitch like, damn it, I ain't never had this many people connected to my ass.
Connected to your ass, man.
Yeah. You know what?
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, you got me there. You got me. All right, how you doing, Theo? That's Theo right there. How you doing? Did you want to come on in here and actually say anything on the topic there? But we get back to Bella when it is that when she gets back. I see Carlotta's back. Are you back? Are you able to speak, Carlotta?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just punished.
Okay.
You punished.
I'm
Punished.
joking. I'm just joking. Don't pay me no
I was
mind.
about to say,
I'm
like, wait,
playing.
what?
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm just joking.
I know.
No, what was y'all question? What was the question y'all was asking? I heard you asking her.
Why is it that women are so combative and always like to be so controlling? I mean, they've gotten so controlling that they have actually programmed their children to be, to submit to women. Why is that? From a woman's perspective, why do you think they do that? You have to get another woman.
You sure I can answer this question?
Yeah, you can answer.
I don't need to put my Kevlar vest on, do
Go ahead.
Let me.
I'm joking. I'm just joking. No, well, that's because a lot of times, you have guys that maybe are not very, how do you say, aggressive. Like they don't, they're not guys that are forthright, and women have a tendency to take advantage of it. Because they allow the woman to do too much, or talk too much, or not talk too much. Because I mean, this is the United States of America. You can say what the hell you want to say. I don't know about all that, but it's like you allow too much power. It's a power shift in the home. If she call herself doing all the working and this that, and the third, she start feeling herself. Quite naturally. I mean, y'all men, I imagine, get tired of pulling all the weight sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes a woman a lot of times think that she can say or act just as powerful as the man. And if the man feeling bad, by him feeling, so a lot of times guys feel bad, they won't say too much or they don't want to cause too much of a problem and all that because they figure they not doing what they need to be doing. So they don't say anything. But that's what's mistaken as being weak. He just not trying to be all out in crosshairs or in the way. Because he know as a man, there's more stuff that he need to be doing maybe. And he probably feel bad about that, but she worrying about bills, and she ain't trying to take the time to worry about him. So, next thing you know, you got an argument. So that man going to get tired of that old mess and go and be with somebody else that ain't going to holler and scream at him. And another girl will pick him up because she lonely and her steam probably down, and she ain't even considering the fact man ain't got a job and ain't about nothing. Or he can't do nothing or whatever. And then she'll pick him up and he'll go on and on and on and on. And, and the thing is, in the meantime, is about a lot of dudes have this attitude like, who's going to accept them? They want somebody to accept them, more than expect of them. And I think that's what causes a lot of women to be fussing at men too. I think, just my opinion.
All right. Dre, I was going to offer you, to kind of get you to answer your own question. Like, I don't want to, how do you say, women each to their own, as much as we are each to our own. We'll each have our own little nuances and idiosyncrasies about why it is we want to control. But why do you feel the need to, why does anybody, for that matter, feel the need to control? All right, and see where the similarities are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll tell you why I feel the need to control.
Go for it.
Okay, because I feel like I'm the most competent person in which to probably do so. It's not like I have this overpending need to be a fucking tyrant and order y'all around, right? But if it's should happen to be the case that I'm the smartest guy in the room and I seem to have the best information, well, then that's why I'm going to want to do it, right? Now, as far as, I could give you perspective on my woman,
right? She feels the need to control because she's fiercely independent, right? You know, if and when it's at her house, this is my house. I can do whatever fuck I want. You know, it's like it becomes an ownership thing. Okay.
Right.
So, you know, those are just some of the things why she feels the need to control, even when I prove to her on more than one occasion, even in any occasion where there is an issue of control, that she really only just barely has a clue as to what she's talking about, whereas I fucking wrote the book on the procedure, you know, of what needs to go down. So
basically what you're saying is all about ego.
So identify your own internal thing, and then what I guess I'm trying to say is, like, you really cannot know anything in anybody else until you first know it within yourself. Truly. All right? You will not begin to grapple the understanding of somebody else's MO, okay, their modus operandi, then until you internalize that a little bit. Okay? I mean, if you haven't experienced something, then begin to imagine it so that you begin to form, you know, those neurological connections in your mind as to how, you know, it's how an FBI profiler is going to get inside the mind of a killer to track them down. So
Almost like
first find it within yourself, it's something relatable, and then work your way towards more specificity, you know? Cognitive exercise.
Good point.
Awesome.
Good point. Awesome.
How you doing, Bella? You're back now?
All right.
Yes, I had to restart my tablet, and I cannot have my camera on because it lags really bad, and I can't hear you guys, and I can't, you know, keep up with what the current conversation is.
Reduce your bandwidth as much as possible.
Yeah, especially if your camera's on. Reduce your bandwidth.
Okay.
But I don't know if it could be me. I do admit I have a lot of devices connected. I have a lot of
Dre,
house.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It's not you. It's something going on with Google. Cause I had to I was lagging over here, which is not good. You know, I don't usually do that. So yeah, it's Google, honey. It's not you.
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, when Bella was muted, I'm hearing her talking. I'm looking like, what in the hell? So yeah, this is all Google. Google pick shit.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
It wants to put a
Google be on some bullshit sometimes.
Yeah, be definitely on that boyish for real. Be definitely on that boyish. So
definitely tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we'll blame Google tonight. But did you want to continue what you were saying, Bella, earlier, since you got cut off there?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take this moment here before she goes. Please like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit the donate button down there because that's what keeps the show going. Well, go ahead. Back to you, Bella.
Okay. So I think that when I did it, it was not my intention. It was me not understanding. You know, that was it. I do know women that take it as a form of submission, and they will not. They're not for that. They're just hell bent on not being like that. They don't want to do that. They want the dude to be at her whim, like, okay, whatever the woman says goes. And I do know men like that. I do know men like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, most of the time when it comes to stuff like that is the men go ahead and submit because we just want y'all to shut the hell up because y'all will keep fighting about the dumbest fights. And that shit.
Yes, they will. And I think also, Andre, sometimes we let, and I know Bella probably and Carlotta probably, we let what y'all say we let what women say to us take power. Like, I know I used to, even when my ex, like, whatever she would say to me, she would say something to me, man, and I just go off the handle. And my family would look at me like I was crazy. And I was like, because I felt like she knew what she was doing. I felt like she knew what she was doing. And I felt like she just took me there several times. phones. That's why I bought 5 phones in like a month. And my grandmother, and this was when I was like 17, 18, my grandma was like, look, I'm not going to keep buying you phones. So one month I just went out without a phone. I was just like, okay, something got to change. That's what I think too.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's a question. Like it's a perfect example. Like when we gonna have our little debates here to this. Have you ever noticed this? Have you noticed, like, especially when we're fighting, say, whether it comes to any issue, you know, we've talked a lot about child support or visitation, custody. When you know when a couples get divorced, how everything seems to go to the women's way. You know, they have more of the buying power and everything at that. But then half of the time, I always notice in every debate that we got so many men that come out fighting for them. We have more men that come out fighting against us men than than the women do. And that does that surprise you?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead,
It
Felix. Go ahead.
surprises me.
I'll get.
I was going to say those men are called Simperman. Save the day.
Kept save a hoe, right?
That's right.
But I mean, I noticed that, but I've noticed from, you know, studies have shown that it seems like when issues like that, when we say, okay, the ghetto is full of, say, women with kids, we're not even going to say black, white, or whatever, with kids, because these broads just keep popping out babies because they know that, why, these motherfuckers going to get a check from the state, this, that, and the other. Half of the time, you hear men come out the way, well, you shouldn't have been fucking them. I mean, I hear more men say that than I do women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really. And it's like, well, shit, they the one that carried the baby to term. If you knew that this dude wasn't going to be around, why the hell you have a baby by him? You knew this man didn't have no money. Why have a baby by him? I mean, it's just asking that question.
Yeah, that's so true. That's what I don't understand. The women that I see with so many kids, and it's not the same father, obviously, by the looks of it, and there's not one male to be seen with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, woman, but after your first or second pregnancy, did you not realize what you're putting yourself, what position you're putting you and your children in?
Non-progressive, that's for sure.
But Bella, can I reply to your comment?
Sure.
Some of these women, I'm gonna say this. Some of it just be, I love the dick and I love the attention, so I'm gonna keep going even after I have this second baby. And then sometimes, yeah, that's basically it. Because I can't see no other reason why you just gonna keep having a baby by all these different people, and you knowing that he's not gonna stay or this person is not gonna stay. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even do that. But people, each his own. Everybody each his own. But I just don't get it. Like if you see a pattern and you see this guy, you keep messing around with him, he not giving you no money, he not trying to help you, and you keep having the baby by either the same person or you go out and have a baby by a random nigga that you don't even know. And you're talking about, oh, you need help, when you're the one that keep constantly messing up. And I see that all the time in Detroit, Michigan, especially.
And you know what? It happens over here in Canada as well. There's a lot of women. There's a lot of Canadian women. There's a lot of different races and nationalities. They see it, they may see it as a source of income, because over here in Canada there's a monthly allowance for a new, from pregnancy to like the kids like 4 or 5, I'm not sure, and then they have the what is it called now, child tax benefit credit allowance that each month you get a cent for each child. So these women are out kids left, like as soon as they pop one out, they recoup, and then they're pregnant once again, whether it be being in a marriage, in a relationship, or just just going and getting a sperm donor off.
I agree with you on that, Bella, because that's what a lot of these Detroit women do too. Like I know this lady that got 10 kids. 10. And she be getting her nails and hair done and all that type of stuff.
Hey.
So I know.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. But people do that. People do that a lot, man, and it's disgusting to me because it's like the reason why I say it's disgusting to me is because like how you have 10 kids, but your kids is dirty or you not taking care of them, and nobody says nothing. I mean, seriously, nobody.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really messed up because these women, I've seen women at the grocery store, and she has her hair done, she has her makeup on, her nails, her little jewelry.
Same way, Bella. Same thing here.
Yeah, but guess what? I've seen kids. I saw this one chick. She had a Louis Vuitton purse. Yes, it was authentic. And guess what? She popped out the food stamp card to pay for her groceries. And not only that, she asked for cash back. Why do I know this? I was just so close and I was in awe. Like, really, woman? And her kids were wearing these, like those Puma, but they're like from Walmart. And I'm not knocking them. I'm just not knocking her for being up to par on her looks, and her kids are fucking wearing white socks that look dirty and grimy with holes, with those kind of sandals that look like the Puma sandals, and like old tattered clothing. And I'm like, really? Like, you could have. That's not right. You got your priorities all fucked up. You're getting all this.
Yeah.
What about the kiddos? Me, I would make sure that the kids had shoes, even from Walmart, from Payless, from a freaking secondhand store. You can get Nikes at the secondhand store, and get them nice clothes, decent clothes that are not tattered, and then buy something for myself. These women have it all wrong.
It's called get-horrific. Otherwise,
they're just
an inability to correctly understand one's priorities.
Yeah, they got their priorities all out of whack, Bella. That's the problem.
I know.
That's the main issue. Their priorities is all the way out of whack. They got it all effed up because how do you got your hair and nails done and you looking good, but your child sitting up here looking dirty socks, dirty shoes, don't look like he's taking a shower, nothing. And it's just like I really feel for them children, and I really wish that it was something that I could do, because it's like you call CPS, huh?
You could say something. It would be a really awkward thing. I mean, to somebody that fits that description, right? Mm-hmm. But you're assuming a little bit on your part, because it's like she may not just care. She may not just, or she may just not care. Okay, like she's tried to keep these kids clean, but they just run out and play in the junkyard and roll around in the dirt all day long. So she's like, okay, if you kids are just gonna be fucking ruffians, well then y'all gonna be ruffians. And try as she might to look good and be well, she's trying to set an example, and the kids just ain't, they just ain't getting it.
That's true, Steve, but I just wanted to say one thing.
That could be the case. Listen, that could be the case,
Remember
the first part, that this woman doesn't really care too much about her children after the fact,
Well, let me say something real quick. About that. That can be true too, but you know what? A lot of females, they allow their children's way of dress and appearance to go down because that's how they feel about the father. So you have to consider the fact that if they hating on baby daddy, they're not going to take the best care or interest in that child.
Okay.
Now, I've known plenty of people to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? True. It's like, well, I'm going to just deal with this child because I'm legally entitled to do so. But to really take care of it like that, no.
Well, okay, here's the question. If you had one baby
Carlotta.
like that, Carlotta,
True.
then why'd you have the damn kid in the first place?
Because it was a good idea at first, and then
Jay.
after the fact, they just thought about it like a dumbass.
But
Like literally, like, well, here's the question. Here's the question. Like these women that do that, you know, whose fault is it that they have this kid?
Theirs, because they let me just get a little kind of technical. I'm not a feminist. I like to state that for the record. Okay, going forward, a lot of women they get with these dudes and they be thinking, oh, it's gonna be forever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of girls, okay, for example, they get with a fella and he may have a job and he seems to have a potential, you know, of doing well in life or something like that. So you're gonna hang on to him. Next thing you know, something happened where he may like lose his job. In the meantime, he's looking for one. She's still with him. In the meantime, they still gonna be doing something, you know, having sex or whatever. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, this baby comes up. A lot of people do have actual relationships instead of just jumping on some dude every 9 months. You know, some people do have relationships. It's just that they're not working out because a lot of times a lot of girls and guys are not communicating with each other. That's a big thing. Seem like in the hood, it's like you're not supposed to talk to each other. You're supposed to just do it or just tolerate or deal with each other. You're not supposed to sit there and have conversations and compromise and things of that nature. Nobody does that anymore. You know, it's just like do what I say, do what I say. All right, then well we mad at each other. Well, let's have makeup sex. You know, it's just retarded. You know, and next thing you know, the guy don't want to be with her no more because she's stressing him out. Now she mad, but she can't take her anger out on him. So what she does, she takes her anger out on those kids. And next thing you know, she got him over there with the grandmother, over there with her cousin and them. She not even watching these kids and stuff. Y'all ever think about that? What about them females that be doing that junk? Having the kids everywhere but home.
No, but my thing is about this woman. I know she gotta receive some type of government benefits.
Well, this
girl, I'm not gonna say woman. This girl, she lived on the street. They didn't have no water, no nothing. They just moved. And she just thinks that she can stay somewhere rent free. And God rest my grandmother soul. And she said, you cannot go nowhere and stay rent free. I don't know why all these women think like that.
Well,
like
they had a video.
Woes.
Raphael.
Hey now.
They had a video about the girl that had them 15 children down there in Florida and said somebody need to be taken care of them. Now, what kind of mess is that?
But okay, we getting away from the topic.
The ghetto-rific, right? She gonna.
But we're getting away from the topic on that. Like when I say like perfect example, like in the men's rights movement, you know, one of the things I always notice that when it comes to anything, say like the domestic violence, any type of argument with a woman or whatever, you get into an argument, say it could be a complete Joe Blow motherfucker on the street. I mean, it's so many times that I've watched, you know, you see it all the time. You see videos of women just going off, smacking dude 50, 60 times.
Yeah.
And then dude turns around and smacks her back. And we got 50 niggas jumping the shit out of his ass.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
One motherfucker grabs her ass the first 10 minutes. And then everybody wants to sit up here and say he should have turned the other cheek. I mean, when do you women take some responsibilities for your fuck ups? I have never seen not one panel that's come on since I've been.
I can't even get my woman to apologize.
I have never seen them where they just the only time that women take bullshit and get talked about is in fucking music videos.
Wait. I can get my girlfriend to apologize, or she just naturally will when she cough a little, you know, too hard for some reason while, you know, I'm up in it. Right, you know, when a girl cough and her pussy all like, she'll just pop you right out.
but I just noticed that. I noticed that women will sit there. The only time that you know that it's not a problem when y'all being called bitches and hoes and when y'all do all the dumb shit in a music video. But in real life, they don't take no responsibility for nothing. And then what pisses you off more than you women not taking responsibility?
How do you say that? Maybe you're plenty responsible in all kind of other ways, but if you accuse a woman of something, even after proof, they're still quite unlikely to own up.
I'm like,
Own up. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess a lot of women wouldn't notice if, they probably would own up to a lot of things, but I guess they don't notice as much. Like if a man say, "You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this," and I guess a lot of women will go to argue with that man because it's like, how you got so much time to know what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, ain't you supposed to be doing that? Instead of sitting around picking and picking and picking.
I muted you, but just ready whenever you speak. But I mean, here's the question, has, feminism gone too far to where the fact is that men's rights are just severely hurt? To the fact is, to the point is, it's almost like there's no point of being a man. The only thing that a man has to do is just work fucking hard and don't expect nothing in fucking return.
I still value, I may be married, but I still value what is considered a man. I was raised with more of an influence from males than any female. So the thing is, when y'all say women be fussing and hollering and all that, I had a mother like that, but I also noticed with my mother, she was good with finances. She kept a job, you know what I'm saying, and she did the things that needed to be done in the house. So I took those skills from her. I also know guys that have been raised with mothers like that. They learned how to tune out all that bitching, but they did take from their mothers, a sense of stability as far as maintaining a household. So they did learn some type of skill, even though it was from a female. There are men out here that are like that. I refuse to think that all men are, got, all these issues and problems and can't do and this, that, and the third. No, I refuse to think that. That's not right. To me, that's disrespectful to think that of a man, that he is incapable or is, incapable, impossible to do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can say, okay, that's fine. You can say, okay, everything that's wrong with him is because of his mama. But it's like when you get a certain age, you got to start believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's with male or female. You got to believe in yourself. And then that way, when you go to state your word or say your piece, then you'll be believed. You won't get all that backbiting shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't believe in yourself, other people can sense it. That's just like a dog. If a dog senses that you're scared of it, it's going to bite you. You know what I'm saying? So if you coming at a woman and you not, being strong in your convictions, she gonna argue and bitch back at you. But if you like strong and say what you guys say, cut that shit, it's a dead issue. You know what I'm saying? Just ignore her ass, tune her out. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing women, next thing you do, be like, baby, I don't want us to fuss. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you get some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you like this, is Carlotta, that's wrong right there. Because most of the time when you tune a woman out, that just makes her even madder.
Exactly.
I mean, I've never seen any time
you
a
might
woman
even find yourself with one of those bitches that are like, why don't you just sleep?
I wanted to say something to your comment, Andre. I see a lot of videos where women hitting the man and he not doing nothing. And I was in a similar situation like that this past Saturday. I went out to the movies with not the girl that I just broke up with, but this was another Brittany that I broke up with 2 years ago, and she wanted me to pay $20 to buy her smartphones, and I'm like, do you have the money? And she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna give it back to you. And I told her, like, I don't carry money on me because I don't feel like it's safe or whatever. So she got mad and she was like, you being a pussy, you this, you that. I'm like, Brittany, I'm like, Brittany, just stop talking to me, and I kept on rolling because I know I got to get to my stuff or whatever. So she told me to hold her phone. However, her staff or whoever was calling her, she got mad and she started crying or whatever. And I asked her, I was like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And then after that, we went outside because I'm like, well, I got to wait for my ride. And we ride the same ride, so we decided to wait together. And she just started hit me, started welling, and I'm like, and she bit me.
Who is
And
this chick? What's her relationship to you?
she's my ex that I dated like 2 years ago. And she just, and it was a bunch of people watching as this was going on. The security guard went past, the security guard in the patrol car. He stopped and then he went past. I'm like, dude, is there anybody gonna help me? And it was these two young ladies that was sitting there laughing at me because I was going off. And she was like,
Why was she with you?
Okay.
Well,
She's
she
a little
had,
ignorant bitch.
she had, she had,
Because she's a little ignorant bitch.
but
Perfect example.
They call her ignorant.
Here's a question.
I wanted to know why was she with him? If that was your ex, why was she with you?
because she had asked me to go to movies. Now, I was skeptical about going, but yeah, I said, okay, well maybe she have changed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just give her a chance. Well, and she bit me, and I can feel where I can't really see where she bit me at, but I can feel it on the right side of my arm. My arm
Honey,
is
they
hurting
consider
now.
exes for a reason.
It still hurts now, hun?
Well,
Yes,
she's been abusive, right?
and she
Maybe
was
she's just
She's been abusive, right?
Yeah.
she
Not your fault.
she she hit me in my face and everything, and I was like, you know
She's
what?
been abusive ever since you knew her, right?
And then she tried to later on that night she texted me and tried to justify it, and I was like, no, you hit
So
me and you bit me.
she's been abusive, though. She's been abusive for you in the past, right?
yep.
But she was never physically, mentally breaking me
I'm talking
down.
about
Well,
this is
I
this is
think
the
she
very
definitely
first time
proved to
she
you
ever
that
put
she
her hands
wasn't
on you.
worth getting back.
This is the very first time she put her hands on you. Whatever if it's playful or if it's serious. This is the very first time.
Yeah,
It
Not
escalated.
cool.
not cool, bro. And I really gotta go to the doctor to see what's going on because my arm is really been hurting lately. But I've
Maybe
been
she's
just
got
trying to.
rabies, honey.
You're gonna call her back. You're not gonna hang out again.
I'm like she's still texting me to this day trying to justify it. But I mean, what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think I should just okay let it go, but don't talk to her no more? Because
She's
like
your
now,
ex.
Mm,
She's
Yeah,
been
that
your
would be the
ex.
better
That's the
part
same
about
one
it.
that told you you ain't gonna be nothing when you go to school, right? That's the same one
huh?
that said that. Oh, why you going to school?
Hey, man.
That's the
No,
same
that's
one, right?
no, that's not the same one. That's not
All
her.
right.
That's not her.
ooh, player.
Yeah, she needs to get checked into a mental health facility, at least for a
Uh,
weekend. Because
and
I
my
mean,
thing and
she
my
beat
thing,
you and she bit you. All right.
yeah.
Now, whether you want to press a criminal situation, that may or may not
If
help her. More
if
than likely, it probably won't right away.
Right.
But if you and just two other people, okay, sign the appropriate legal documentation, she can go get picked up. Yeah, the cops will arrest her, but she ain't going to jail. She's just going to the loony bin for a weekend.
But I'm saying like I knew if I would have knocked her out because I'm very heavy-handed. If y'all don't know, I'm very heavy-handed. So I knew if I would have hit her, I would have just punched her lights out and she would have been bleeding. And then
You
I would have went to
should.
jail.
And then you probably would have been the one to go to jail in a
Yeah,
hurry.
See,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
That's
like I
what I'm
said, the better
saying
part about it.
because that's what I'm saying because I was in Dearborn, Michigan. It's not like Detroit where it takes them 59 years to get here. It takes them 59 years to get to a location. I'm in Dearborn. They coming.
59 years.
Yes, but
You
in
should have called the
Dearborn,
police on it. That's
Silly.
assault. That's assault. You should have called the police.
They were
Definitely.
probably it's probably even that serious. They probably were just playing.
I'm just letting you know.
How long ago it happened?
No, we weren't.
How long ago it happened?
Well, now it's 2 Saturdays ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what did you do? What did you do? What did
Man,
you
you might
do
have
about
an
it?
infection in your arm, so
What did you do about it?
blood test or something. Shit.
Did you even do anything when she did all that?
Yeah, right.
What I did was I deleted her number out my phone and I didn't talk to her no more after that. But I'm just saying, like, and I was thinking in my mind, like, what gives women the right? I think that men should have a right if a woman put their hands on you abusively, like she did, and bite me. She almost broke my chair, bro. I didn't know if my chair was broke or not, but she just took it out of you.
But you had the right to call the police.
Right, you should have called the police. See, one of the things is that as men,
like if she's broke your skin, breaks your skin in any kind of way, or breaks a bone, or gouges an eye, or hits you in the throat, anything where it's seriously physically, harmful, right? Because how do you say that's why that security guard drive by? She's like, oh, that's just a dumb little bitch slapping on her man because she's having a little hysterical fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But part of it's the incompetence of the security guard, and the part of it's the rest of the social environment where we think, oh, well, when a woman slaps a man, that's just her just being crazy, and it's harmless. It's harmless. But clearly, in your case, man,
they think
it wasn't harmless. It wasn't harmless.
So, or they just think they playing. They probably
some kind of intervention is required.
Because girls be playing with dudes like they fighting for real, and they not. They be like just playing. I'm like, damn.
But see, that's one of the problems we have. Well, so we have problems that even men, as the what they do is say it like this. They see, a woman hitting a man, it's just all fine. Nobody tells her to calm down. And I will admit, one reason why you can't tell half of y'all women to calm down, because most of the time, if you see a woman going off on a man, and you be like, hey, sister, baby, calm down. It ain't that bad. First thing they do, what do? They just turn that anger towards you.
Yeah, so
I mean, really, when it all comes down, I sit here and laugh. But the women, society have got it where men are always the aggressive. But from what I've seen in most of my life, I've seen more aggressive women than I have men.
Yeah, well, along with the assumption that a man is automatically like incredibly fucking dangerous.
Right.
A woman is similarly incredibly fucking harmless.
Right. And that's what so surprised that I've gotten. I mean, it just look like, society has just taught us that. Look at how the cases go when women kill their kids. It's, oh my gosh, what was wrong with her?
I kid you not.
Oh my gosh, she's a savage. I mean, society has just taught people that and raised it. They get this false, sense of, oh, well, she just had to have some reason. A woman would never do something like that. It's just 20,000 excuses for women where there's no excuses, no pardon, no second chances, nothing for men.
Yep, that's right.
And what gets me is these dumbass men who sit there and take their side. Oh, well, you need to do this, or what the fuck are you talking about? So basically, you just telling me as a man, just because my genitalia is on the outside, that means I have to walk around in life and take everything from all these motherfuckers who got a pussy.
That's
just
bullshit.
because they can say what the fuck they want to say and hurt my feelings, but yet when I hurt their feelings, it's a problem.
Yeah. And see,
I mean, so basically, I hate to say, basically, you might as well look at it like this as, oh man.
Yep. Yeah. Andre, I totally agree.
When I think about this shit, it's just overwhelming. Oh, it's just overwhelming that everything could come to the world being like that. And then the women, what's about to do? They don't say shit. They just sit around and say, oh, well, wait a minute, we got everything our way anyway. You don't hear the women sitting there fighting other women, not saying that, hey, you don't need to be doing that to me. You don't hear it. Not one time have you seen women stand up and sit there and fight for that, even when they know another broad is wrong. If anything is, they will stand up. They'll stand up and argue and protect women when they're in the wrong and give their motherfucking asses excuses.
Exactly.
I mean, that's one of the arguments we got into earlier, right, Carlotta? Y'all give women excuses.
I don't
Like,
give women excuses. It
You
may
know
sound
what?
like
I
that, but
think
I don't.
There's
I think we should not even call them women.
just like
Shouldn't even call them no.
women. Sorry, critical. Go ahead, honey.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like when there's women out in public and they're supposedly disciplining their child. Now, I have a 14-year-old son and a 12-year-old son. Never have I ever laid my hands on them, and I promise you, they can vouch for me. I never have done it. But when you see these women in public doing this, does anybody say anything? No. But guess what? If the daddy does it, oh, they are on his ass.
It's
What are
like
you doing? Oh, what are you doing to that little kid? Poor little kid. And I get it. Yeah, defend the kid. But why, when the mom's doing it, you don't say anything?
anything.
It's bullshit. And then when the father is reprimanding the child, oh, don't even say boo to him because you're wrong. You cannot do that. That's not right. Don't do it.
True.
But I've seen mothers yank their children's hair. I've seen them slap them upside the face. I saw it not too long ago when I was in Oregon. I saw it in Walmart. This baby, she's like, I think she was maybe almost 2 years of age, and she was in the little, the little seat there in the shopping cart, and she was a little bit whiny. Yeah, I can give her that. But the mom, she had zero patience. I don't know if maybe she had had a long day. She has probably problems in her life. No excuse though. She
Yeah.
totally backhanded one on this baby, and I was like taken aback, and I looked at the poor baby, and the little girl saw me, and it was like I saw her bust out in tears, and I thought, you son of a bitch, how dare you do that? Did anybody say anything other than me? No. If it would have been a guy,
well, what's the problem? If it had been a
you
guy,
bet
he'd
your
have been in
ass.
jail before he even got to the parking lot.
In and out,
Yeah,
y'all.
Baby
exactly.
in the car.
Yeah.
We as women have too many. We get too many passes. I've never used
Yep.
those passes per se,
Mm-hmm.
and women will take advantage and milk it and milk it and milk it, and
It's a
it's not
video
fair.
on.
But
It's a
why
video
do?
on
Here's the
YouTube
question.
where
Why
an
do?
Asian lady
No.
kicked her baby in the bed,
Y'all,
and
But
I'm
here's the
like,
question:
that's
you being a
crazy.
woman, why
Let-
do y'all use them passes? You
I
being a
feel as
woman,
though
why do they do that?
I feel as though
I mean,
women
since
who do
you're a
use
woman,
those.
right? Yes, go ahead and admit. I'm pretty sure you have other female friends, and I'm pretty sure you've seen them use these passes when they weren't supposed to.
Yes,
I mean, why?
I know of one female that was my friend back in 2001 to 2002, only because she needed to be on my good side because she was one of my tenants at an apartment complex. So that aside, she used passes morning, noon, and night on me. Oh, the government said that, I'm going to pay my rent late. Oh, you're going to get your money this day. You're going to get your money that day. And not only with that, with her children's father. She has 5 kids. She lives with the second child's father. She has 4 other children. Guess what? She's getting food stamps for each one. She's getting cash assistance for one. She's getting Oregon health care. She's using all those passes. And also, when she goes into a vicinity, guess what? She gets to go. Sometimes I saw her go to the front of the line. Why? Because she had kids. Because she's a single mother. Why does she get ranked up to Section 8? Because she's a single mother and she's struggling. So that veteran that has, he's missing limbs and he has trauma and whatnot, he gets bunked down to let the single mommy do it, to get her into a house with 4 or 5 bedrooms. These women are relentless with their passes, Dre, and that's only the type of passes I've seen used. But there's many more passes women use, and they take advantage and they milk it. And
I
I
don't
think it's
think women
wrong.
should use it because I would wish people would stop because it's expected. You know what I mean? In other words, if I was a woman that was like that, I would get to a point or a mindset to be like, you know what, let me stop doing it because people are like expect me to, expect this of me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you want to do what is like the opposite of what one may expect.
Right.
Change it up
Yeah.
something. I just wish people would stop doing it.
Or for example, myself, I come from a situation where there was, you know, it wasn't a good situation. There was good times and there's bad times, but I could have used a pass saying, woe is me, I'm being beaten or hit or this yada yada yada, and I would have gotten shit. I could have gotten maybe food stamps, housing, everything paid. Like, oh, and you know what? Some of these women go crying, having money in their pockets and their bank accounts. They will go to, what was it? She would go to Portland General Electric in Oregon and say, oh, I'm a single mommy. The dads didn't pay me any money this month. So can you pay my electricity bill of like $350? Guess what
Wow.
they did? Sure, honey. I'll
What?
pay that for you. And guess what
Wow.
they say? And if you struggle next month, honey, make sure you come a week before the end of the month so we can get that paid for you.
Fuck.
So she was stacking up her money.
Shit, I can't get a motherfucker to help me on shit on that. That's one thing. That's one thing I noticed too. That's one thing I'll say with women. They will sit here and they'll sit here and they'll do that shit.
I can't even get
Truly destitute.
$100 in food stamps.
And they wouldn't even let me get food stamps.
Well,
I couldn't even
guess
get
what? She was
unemployment.
getting about $8.50. Guess what? She was getting about, I think she said she was getting about $8.45 in food stamps. And she was getting $6.50 cash.
Damn, how many kids she had?
What?
5. And check this
Oh,
out,
okay.
though.
Dude, I can have a car with
Steph,
that.
Figures.
Right.
Yeah. So Steph, if you're watching,
Wow.
Mama, you
Tell me
better
she
run
had
and
a car.
hide.
Tell me she had a car.
Yes,
I
she
know
had.
in Maryland they probably wish they had that law here where they pay your bills and stuff because here they got it where they pay up to $600, but if you get that help once a year, they got it now. It used to be once a year, now it's every 2 years. That you can either get help with a water bill or gas and electric bill, and they'll pay up to $600, and that's it. You can't ask no more
Woo.
for two
Yeah,
years.
one-time thing.
Yup. That's the
Well,
Carolina.
she.
That's the same thing they got in Detroit. Yup.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
Talking about women using their passes. One more I'll tell you about. This is a married couple. The husband works, the wife works. They stack their money. They're on food stamps, Section 8, blah blah blah. And guess what? He has her go to the Salvation Army place where they pay the bill and says, "Oh, I'm a single mom. I don't have money. Can you pay my electricity bill?"
She work in the
Dude,
system.
the
Pimp.
husband
Pimping.
encouraged.
Let me work there. So,
You know?
That's
right.
what they call
There's
working the
men that
system, and people
allow.
act like they proud of that shit.
I know, and you know what? They're the type of
You know
people
what?
walk up in a birthday party wearing nice shit, top of the line clothes, and they're brand new cars with making payments on it, you know. And it's like you're playing the part, yet you're really taking advantage of all these passes your wife gets as a female, and pretending to be a single mother, and also you are. I'm sorry, not sorry. You're a piece of shit for encouraging her in doing it, and she is as well for doing that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But they got the
No, in a
labor
way.
department and welfare department. Their systems are together now. So if you go out here and you try to get a job, and you got a job, and you don't let them know that you work, and they find out immediately. They used to
Yeah,
take a
they
long
find out
time.
immediately. That's the problem. What
I
I've
mean,
noticed.
they really are working the system, man.
No,
Yes,
but
they
that's
are.
like-
They are.
That's like living straight out of the anarchist's cookbook for real.
But what I've noticed too when it comes to
Just
that is
about.
they may be working the system, but I've seen women do that for years, and they say that that's supposed to be against the law. Every time I've seen
Oh,
a man
yeah.
do it,
Fraudulent.
they always get him with criminal charges. I've seen women do it, and all the fuck they do is when
Tell
they
me she's
find out.
doing check fraud too, you know?
Yeah, you know what else?
What you
she's
said? They
doing,
find
guys?
them.
A little
They find out with women.
little
They
RSP.
don't even bring up
She had a
charges
little
on them. They just
RSP
cut
for
them.
her husband's
damn.
B&E.
Yeah, and you know
Wow.
what else they would do? They'd go to the what is it called now? She'd go to the food bank on top of having food stamps. Yeah, she'd go to the food bank as well with getting gift cards from the food bank and whatnot for different stores and whatever. Also, every December, this woman would go to a church. She was not even religious. Okay, this woman is not religious.
Keeping up
And she'd go-
appearances.
Yes, exactly. She'd go to 2 churches. This greedy biatch would go to 2 churches, sign up as a single mommy with her kids, and woe is her, woe is the children, and get oodles and oodles of gifts for the kids. So
Well,
she,
Wait,
yeah, she
hold
was
up,
spending.
I ain't
hold
buying
up.
any you little fucking Rugrats any Christmas toys. So instead, we're gonna go to the church bazaar
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah,
Do
I was
they
and give
have
you
thinking
some
any
the same
laws?
thing.
secondhand toys, right?
Do they have any laws in you all states where your taxes get taken if you're getting like financial aid from the government and you get to working within that same year they take your taxes?
No, not that
They
I know of.
can.
I've never
They
heard
don't
that.
do that there.
No, I've never heard of
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Wait. Say that again.
It's like if you get on social service and you get to working right, and you working and still getting them checks or getting money, they'll take it from your federal taxes,
You
state
talking about
taxes. I'm
garnishing?
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, they do
Well,
that down here.
yeah.
Okay.
They actually do it like when I used to work at the casino. This was, and I hated to see it. Dude won, what was it, 24,000? They took all his money.
Oh yeah.
Took
Now,
all
in a
his money.
They
casino, if
make you
you
fill out
always
a tax form when you win money in the
Yeah,
casino. I had to
yeah,
fill out
no,
for
too. I
child
remember that.
support. They took all this stuff.
All right.
yeah, I've
Damn.
seen many of that. You know, child, if you owe child support or anything like that, you get any win over 500. They're asking me, especially.
Oh, it's over 500. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
any win like
I
over
thought it was over
$500.
1,000.
And
Yeah.
especially like now, like if you're at the table and you win a $500 chip, that's fine. But like you win like one of them, like say you win one of those things where you put like a fire bet in,
Machines.
and you put like but a fire bet. Basically, you put
Uh.
$5 in, and it turns into like 1,500 or $5,000 bet. One of them bets. You come, make you
Okay.
sign some paperwork. They're gonna run you before they even can you the money. They're gonna run you to see if you owe any child support. And
I
that's
won
You guys
3,400
funny?
the other day,
fucked
two
up.
separate times. It came to 3,400, and they came out there with them damn the tax
Mhm.
things. They gave me the
You
tax paper. I had
know.
to get my social security number and everything. But I
Mhm.
don't
Well,
Right.
owe
there's two
anything,
things
so.
you can do about that. There's two things you can do about that. Either you move to Delaware or a similar state where they have no state income tax, right?
Oh,
Hey,
Hmm.
that about like
yeah.
property tax?
Listen, in almost every state, however, every state, however, if you are not required to pay the federal portion, right, then you are also not required to pay the state. And then in most municipalities, larger municipalities, if you're not required then to pay the state, you're also not required to pay the city or the county or anything else, right?
Wow.
So, how do you say it? In almost every case in the course of a business, like if you have a business, forget it. But as just a person, right? Especially if you have dependents or, especially they have anything at all, right?
Yeah.
That can make you exempt. And there's a fuck ton of shit you can fuck around with that in order to find whether or not you qualify. I mean, you really got to know the tax law to understand like all that. So there's stuff you're missing out on, and nobody's going to tell you because, accountants don't want to lose their jobs, I mean,
Oh, of course.
and it ain't that hard
Yeah.
to understand. It's not that hard to understand, So it's out there, man. Use it. I mean, like, how do you say nobody wants to be taxed, right? Y'all know, is that what we're getting at?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
I don't want to be. And if I can find a way to not file, then I'm probably going to do so,
We gotta pay a stupid
If I
rain
do
tax
file,
here in
it's
Maryland.
simply to either get
Rain
money
tax.
back
rain tax.
or,
What?
Yep.
What is a rain tax?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a law that they signed into law in 2012. It's like I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's dumb as hell. It's like it's just here in Maryland. It's like we get taxed for all kinds of stupid shit. They just make up
What the
stuff,
fuck?
but
Rain?
it's on the books. It's on
Yeah.
the
Can they
books.
tax you for breathing?
Oh
I
well,
wouldn't
it
be
may be
surprised.
getting to that.
God
I'm gonna start
damn,
selling
yeah.
that shit for real. I'm really start
It
selling
says
air in the
it says
bag.
Like
Boy,
doing
I can
salary.
read up a little bit. It says
I'm gonna
in
start
order to
selling
meet
that
the
shit.
requirements of the Federal Clean Water Act as it concerns the
Oh,
Chesapeake
those
Bay, blah
got
blah
watered
blah.
down, actually. No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
it
knew the
is.
man who wrote the original Clean Water and Clean Air Acts, and let's just say they didn't come out as they were originally intended. They got watered down. Okay, they're real dilute.
Now,
No pun
if they can
intended.
create taxes,
Yeah.
if they can create taxes that's stupid as
It
shit,
was a bunch of
then
hot air.
you can understand why they allow welfare.
I'm gonna start selling air in a bag for real.
They
Me
trying to
too,
tax you
Shu,
on
man. We'll
something
be
as
business partners.
they trying to tax
Shit
you on
getting real.
something as normal as rain.
Want to tax me
So
because I
nobody
wipe my
should fuss
ass after
about
I take a
welfare.
shit? Tax me for
Right,
toilet paper?
exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Exactly.
About to go
Tax me
back to the
Exactly.
because she
woods,
get.
son.
I know,
Take
That's
a
right?
what I'm
whole
saying. Like
fluffy rabbit.
Maryland is
Where's
really
that
awkward.
corn
I
cob
mean,
that's needed, right?
I wouldn't wish Maryland laws on anybody for real.
Oh gosh,
I
Shit.
really wouldn't.
girl.
Man, sounds
Yeah.
like you got your work cut out for you there.
Right.
I won't be.
But,
I
you
won't.
know, shit, we could all.
If I move, I will not be coming to Maryland. Sorry, Carolina.
I mean,
I don't blame you.
Carlotta, you
I
stay.
wouldn't live there, but
I'm
I'll
never
come
coming
there.
where you are, girl. I'll
Yeah,
come
you know
visit
what
you,
you
but
could
I ain't
do
gonna.
is just to go
Not when it's
establish
raining.
residency in one
It's okay
state
to
and then just
visit.
pretty much hang out in another.
I
Shit, if I
pretty
could
much
like
just
put
do
residency
that.
in Delaware and then just go work in Vegas for 6 months,
It's good
it'd
money
be
to
fucking
make sure
great.
if you live in Virginia and then you make money in Maryland, then it kind of offset it. But Maryland is
No,
very
how do you
hard
say
state.
you're only going to pay your state's taxes?
But
This
they
is
always claim
your,
they broke. But they got money.
That's
and
funny.
if your state either
Carlotta.
doesn't have any taxes or you're exempt in that state, no problem, and you don't have to worry about nothing. Because if it's a lot, how do you say anybody? It doesn't matter if you're making minimum wage or $50 an hour or even $100 an hour. The average across the states is what? It's like 34% of your paycheck. Like if you're getting one every 2 weeks, 34% is gone.
Damn.
Until you
Yikes.
can get it back, right? But whereas a billionaire, right, their weekly paycheck, they only take out like 13% at the most.
Mhm.
You know, that's if they bother to
13%.
everything.
Yeah, but too, that's
Now,
one of the things that they say that their
so
13% off their billion is a lot. It's a lot more than our 34% off of our,
right,
1,000.
here's the thing. That would be, yeah, that's how do you say? I don't suppose any of you know any law. Certain laws got changed in the 50s and 60s where there was a salary cap across
Oh
every major corporation, right? And the second
Really?
that went bing, it's no longer there. Guess what started happening?
What?
Well, they started getting richer and everybody else got very much poorer.
Oh,
In other words,
Well, that's
how do you
normal.
say the death of the middle class has been happening? You know, it's been set up for failure since then.
The 80s.
yeah.
Yeah, well, how do you say every decade they've been steady getting rid of this shit? Like, for example, who owns the vast majority of billboards and media communications, especially radio, across the country? There's a big three, but what's number one?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Clear
don't know.
Channel.
Clear Channel. Clear
Yeah.
Channel.
Clear Channel
Clear
is definitely the main one. Yeah.
I mean, they have not just,
But they were deregulated in the 90s.
one
That's
of
the
each
thing
kind
about
of
it.
genre of station, but they'll have like 3 country stations, 2 jazz
It's because-
stations, this, that, and the other thing, and you're like, wait a second,
You know where that
radio
started,
is
though?
them, or
You
more.
know where that started? That's President Clinton did that. He deregulated the radio in the 90s.
Yeah,
That's why
it's
you
all
have
about deregulation.
Right.
How do you say the rich just keep telling the politicians deregulation, so they can just keep getting richer? And throughout the basic trend of the situation, so far as you can tell, if you just look at it, well, how have the incomes of those who were already motherfucking rich, what we would even call filthy rich back in like the 70s, suddenly went like they've shot past the moon. They're on the way to Jupiter. They're getting big and heavy, like, oh, we want to start our own fucking thermonuclear, device on that planet or something. It's like, it's so far and above and beyond anything, people 50 years ago could have even conceived of. Like if you told your grandparents, like, oh, this is what's going to happen in 50 years, they go, oh, no, that would never happen. That would just be a huge injustice in the world, and we would stop that. We would stop that, surely. I mean, in the most positive manner possible. But guess what fucking happened, folks? That's what's going on. So you just look at it, and you can't say, oh, well, you can talk conspiracy theories, and there are some, but there's also conspiracy facts.
I mean, you know the story of cannabis. We've seen Iran. I mean, there's numerous instances where something went down. It's not like something shady all the time is going on, right? Shit, that would be a hopeless world, would it not?
I wouldn't even want to live here. I'm building a space
holy
station.
fuck! You know, everybody's
Don't go to Baltimore.
What are we gonna do? You
Fuck, I
know?
look like going to Baltimore. It's bad enough living here in Baton Rouge.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all
You
right.
have to
So
keep it
hopefully,
rain.
you know,
Actually, Baltimore would be paradise for my ass.
we have a 60% chance of actually, technically, being in the Matrix right now, for real. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
shit. You know,
Yeah,
but
I think we're in something. People suffer from niggitis nowadays.
Wait a minute. No.
Science
You know what? You know what?
She said it. I didn't.
You did no, Carlotta. No. Hell
Hey, I
to the
can be
no.
defeated.
To the no.
Problem.
I agree with Carlotta.
Nigga-itis?
No, you can't do that. I'm the antichrist.
Damn it,
Hey,
man.
what's up, y'all?
Hey,
What
man,
up,
man?
how are you?
What's up, Buell?
What up, bro?
You've been added to the panel if you want to come on, Batwood. You've already been added from what I've seen.
She
Hey,
is
Lito.
the world.
What up? What up?
She
What up?
said she wanted to listen.
What you got on this
Hey,
league?
Betty.
But don't worry, we're only doing this topic for another 30 minutes, then we go to our free-for-all.
Oh, snap.
watch out.
You know what? Y'all ought to get people
What
in
can
trouble.
we
I'm
do
supposed
to
to be
better the
recording.
situation of, you know,
Record later.
Hey,
man.
I'm having a good. Hey, I'm feeling good right now.
yeah.
That's
Good.
Everybody feeling good with the flying fuck?
Let
Really?
me tell you why.
We
Because I
all
got
feel
the house.
fantastic.
Listen, I got the house. I got the place to myself until tomorrow afternoon.
Oh,
Hell
No one's here but me and the fucking dog. And that motherfucker.
Woo! Tucker's gonna go crazy.
I'm talking
No,
about.
the hell he ain't. He's a fucking loner. He's been sad. Listen, he's
How the
been
fuck is he an
sad.
introvert?
No, seriously.
I'll take
He's
him
been-
some girls.
Your
Okay? I
dog is
got
a
three
cat.
for
He
you.
can take care of himself, you know.
No,
He's
He
neutered.
don't
He
need
don't want no
it.
girlfriend.
He don't need no independent.
He's just an
He a
angry
strong,
nip.
independent dog. He don't need no damn
Lethal.
owner.
Hell no, bro.
Lethal.
no, man.
Lethal.
Listen, he's been sad because my girlfriend she went on a retreat with her job until tomorrow. So he's been like since she's left this morning, he's been very inactive. He like shit because he done
Hey,
seen her.
Lethal.
Yo,
I'm
what
gonna
up?
send. Sorry to interject, hon. Sorry to cut you off. I will
Go.
send you some video footage for him to entertain himself with my 3 little chihuahuas.
Hey, Lethal, you know what that is, bro?
The fuck, dog porn? What the
You know what
hell?
that is, man?
What's up?
Because there ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
God,
Felix, boy, I
Girlfriend
seen it,
is a
man.
sweetheart. That's why that resonates with that dog. That's why that dog is sad. Because Lethal's girlfriend is a sweetheart. That's why.
That's true.
oh,
Lord have mercy.
That's fucked up. So that must
How was
mean
your
I'm
day
a
so far, Lethal?
Oh shit, it's cool, man. I was trying to stay. I was trying to stay awake, but I had what the fuck is that shit they sell at Chipotle? Barracola,
I don't know.
think
Never
it
been
is.
there.
Oh, man, I love that raps.
Yes, Andre, that rice is the bomb.
Yeah.
I never been there.
Hey, they can talk all the damn shit about that. Say, damn, talking about fucking, damn, fuck you, Felix. I don't have to go to They love they raps. I love that.
Let's order some food when we go over to the free fall.
Oh, for real, for real.
Well,
Man, y'all kiss my ass. Y'all probably earlier than my time. What time is it over here? 10:34. All y'all can kiss my ass for 24-hour restaurants and shit. All y'all can kiss my ass. We got a Jack in the Box, Whataburger, IHOP, and Waffle House. That's 24 hours. Kiss
They
my
didn't give me all
ass.
my food. I ordered some food. They didn't give me all my food.
We don't have no Waffle House in Detroit. I'm kind of jealous. We don't
You know
have
what?
shit.
That's the South, baby. That's the South. That's what it is. It's all about the South, baby. That's how you got to get down.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Listen,
we don't have shit in Detroit like
in the last.
Raphael, honey, can you let Lethal speak, hun?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me see. I've been down here in Texas, over 2 years now. And when I say, especially where I live in Houston, I live up the street from a bunch of fucking food choices, right?
What part of Houston?
I'm on I told you I'm over there about a few miles away from the Galleria.
So you on the north side then?
No, that's south.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's right.
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you not nowhere near the outskirts. I thought you would have been outskirts.
we used to live out there, but we moved back to the city for a little bit. But the thing
Sugar
is,
Land?
no, we used to live not too far from Sugar Land. Whoever the fuck said that shit.
That's me. I used to stay out there.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yes.
no, seriously, because he said Sugar Land and he whispered, so I thought that was probably Slack. So I had to look at my phone. You know how that nigga be.
don't bring that shit in
you know
here.
how that nigga is. Just pop up out nowhere and say some shit. You be like, wait, what? But no, man. Like when he say like the food choices, I mean, we talking about Waffle House and shit. I came down here, dude, and especially since me and homegirl been together, man. Look, this is why I keep fucking gaining weight. Cause I'm always going to spots like fucking Jack in the Box, man. If you live down here,
Jack in the Crack.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, they say it. They say that shit too. Matter of fact, I'm sure Bella know what we talking about because I think they got them in Oregon, don't they?
What is that, hon?
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, they have Jack in the Box over there.
Just like they don't have Dunkin' Donuts, they got Tim Hortons up there though.
And in Canada, we have
got
Tim
Shipley's
Hortons.
down here.
And Tim Hortons is shit. Dunkin' Donuts, last time I had it was in 1999 in California. So if I had the option of Dunkin' Donuts versus Tim Hortons ain't shit. Like their donuts are like teeny tiny. For somebody who wants a regular sized donut, they're really skimpy on there. Like if you go and order a bagel, right? You order a bagel, and I guess I'm finicky because I don't like people touching my food too much. So they will prepare your shit and they will hand it to you. Like it'll go from the chef to the helper to the helper to the window person, and then you. So it's just the wrapped up bagel, like, and it's really teeny tiny. They're skimpy on their drinks. They're skimpy on their sleeves for the hot coffee. It tastes like shit. The donuts is shit. The food is shit. But it's all the rage.
Hey,
it's all the rage. Like
big time is.
Timmy's.
I don't like Starbucks coffee.
What?
You don't like what?
You don't like Starbucks?
I don't like their hot. No. I don't like.
Okay.
Let me reiterate.
Okay,
I don't like their hot
all right, listen,
coffee.
y'all.
Their
Listen,
cold
y'all.
coffee is good.
Andre's going to understand this terminology. I'm a foodie. Okay?
All hail to it, brother. All hail to it.
I'm the connoisseur of foodies. I grew up amongst
That's why I'm
foodies. I
overweight.
know other foodies.
You are talking to one.
All right, so you're a foodie too. All right, in
You're
Cleveland,
actually
mass local foods movement to where, guess what? You don't have to stop at no Wendy's or some other fast food place to get some real deal good food.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Cleveland has the highest per capita of food trucks.
Yeah.
I need to be up there, man.
Yes, I need to be up there. I need to be in Cleveland because all we got here is a freaking fish bowls, and that's it, and Five Guys burger.
Right.
We got Five Guys around here too, but I never been there.
I haven't had one of their burgers yet either.
They're good.
But I like Red Robin. Nah, Red Robin ain't nothing but a fake ass steak and shake.
Tripping, bro. You tripping.
No,
I'm telling you, steak and shake will always be better than Red Robin, hands down.
Steak for adults.
I've never
Steak
been
and
to
shake
Steak and
is
Shake,
for
though.
kids, you know.
I never had steak. So I don't know.
No. I'm saying like this. I've had Red Robin. I've had steak and shake. Can't taste the difference, but that's all it is. Just steak and shake.
I don't like
down here. We got a booyah.
What about Sonic?
That's an everyday thing. What are y'all talking about? That's an everyday thing. That's like McDonald's.
I'm just asking. I've never had it.
McDonald's.
I never
fast 4 portions a month. Like, don't get me wrong. I love just chowing down on like one of them double burgers from BK. You know.
Well, look. Let me say about McDonald's right quick.
Salt. You know.
McDonald's is like what I would call it. It's a desperate meal for me. That's the only. If I'm really hungry, I don't eat bacon. I don't like bacon. I can't stand bacon.
Oh fuck.
But
I gotta have bacon all day.
fuck bacon. I had that shit since a kid until an adult. I don't like that shit.
Nigga, I'm a bacon addict.
You feel me?
Well, you know what?
I'm about
When
to
you
make
grow
me
up
some
in the
bacon
hood,
right
that's
now.
all you have
And
to
fucking
eat.
egg.
Y'all can deal with that. Nah, it's like that's all I had to eat growing up. Like talk about, and I can't stand that shit. But this is the thing. I've tried McDonald's here. I've tried it everywhere, even overseas. That shit tastes different everywhere I fucking go. I don't understand what's wrong with McDonald's, but it's
And
the only
Mexico
time I would
tastes like
eat
it's fucking dog meat. Sorry.
it. When I was over in Moldova,
You know what dog meat tastes like?
well, I wouldn't want to know how dog meat tastes, but at the same time, look, when I had it overseas, that shit, I was eating shawarma and other stuff over there, like other Greek food and just Moldovan food. Natural shit. I was really getting full. When I had McDonald's, I felt like I was eating stale cardboard boxes from Metal Gear Solid. That shit is not cool. that shit was awful. When I took a bite of fries, that shit was horrible. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was just bad.
Yeah.
Well, I end up having to eat something after because it's like it's junk food disguised as something that might be real, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
McDonald's made me throw up, and ever since then I haven't ate McDonald's really.
Check it out.
No.
I don't.
The panel, what's our favorite pizza place? I don't know. I see we've already exhausted.
I'll tell you which ones I hate the most.
I'm gonna go ahead and start the second part.
There you go. Which ones you hate?
I fucked with Papa John's. That's my
Papa
shit.
John's.
Man, I just murdered Domino's earlier before I went to sleep. a whole large, son.
We don't have Domino's that deliver here. So
they were the worst. They only got a little bit better.
But I will have to say Greg's Pizza.
What the hell is a Greg's Pizza?
Exactly.
You know what?
Because Lumbo, I'd go to Ohio City here.
There's this
Y'all ain't
place.
had Zachary's.
Oh, do y'all
have Donato?
What's up, girl?
Hey.
Do you guys know there's a spot and I'm sorry to cut off Heather.
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
There's this place in California. I don't know if it's in Anaheim or if it's in Rio Vista, I think it's in Rio Vista, California.
Go Ducks.
It's called Rosa Pizza or Pizza Rosa. My God, it's a tiny little hole in the wall. It's a mom and pop pizza place. Man, that place was the best in my life that I've ever had.
Hartford, Connecticut. It's where you need to go to find the oldest stone-fired pizza oven.
Really?
First place I had the best pizza I've probably ever had. And it's not, how do you say, it's not mom and pop. It's great-great-grandma and great-great-grandma.
Really?
What's it called?
Since like 1915 or something. I forget.
What's it called?
It's ancient. You got to stand on a good day. You'll only have to stand outside the spot to wait to get in to sit on the benches that will accommodate about 30 or so people to then actually get a seat on this place. On a bad day, you got to wait all the way around the block.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And it's like that. Like just
what's it called, bro?
They open. There's folks already waiting to go in. You know.
What's the name?
What's the name of the spot?
Oh man, I couldn't tell you, man. But
Damn! How you gonna get my hopes up?
I was like 8 years old when I had that. Man. It just left an indelible mark on me, you know. So
I feel like I've been cheated on. You just gonna tell me all this shit, then all of a sudden I can't do nothing about it.
Place ever, but you ain't gonna find it obviously anywhere else. Yeah. I can't. I don't know if they expand it. Who knows?
Zelix is looking that spot up, Hedrick.
Yeah, damn right I am.
What do you guys think of the Little Caesars back in the 1990s? Was so delicious. It was so yum.
Yeah.
And
Indeed.
now, like, do you guys agree that now it's just like tastes shit, like shit.
Garbage.
The reason why.
Garbage. Like,
it's a desperate meal. It's only for cheap.
The dough is a lot cheaper. The sauce is a lot cheaper. I mean, the problem is with a lot of these companies, because actually I was going to do a show about like talking about companies wise, especially we're going to touch on like the Samsung issues and brand loyalty. Because a lot of these companies,
there you go.
They've taken, you know, like their stock price and how much money they can make in revenue it's more important than actually pleasing the customer. So instead of them actually putting a better quality product out to get more people to come, they try to put a cheaper quality product out that people still buy, so they still make money that way. Instead of putting a better quality product out,
that's the bulk. That's the bulk of everything, man.
That way,
Right?
That's the bulk. Just maintain market share. You know, if they could just maintain market share and then reduce their costs, they'll turn over a bigger profit. Yeah.
Yep, you triple the profit.
Yeah.
Because actually, I was going to actually ask you guys how you felt about that's going to be the next topic on the second half, talking about companies.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I figure everybody got something bad, and basically you go and pick your company.
Right.
And basically, it's a free-for-all. We just bashing companies now.
I could actually go all day on EA. I can go all day on EA Sports, for real.
Andre,
I figured that way everybody can join in.
Let's shoot for a top 10 maybe, or top 20. You know?
I'm not worried about sponsorship. It ain't like they're sponsoring my show.
If I say something about EA and they sponsor you, Dre, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, I go ham on EA all day. And matter of fact, you got an Xbox One. You should actually be the first person to actually start speaking out about that shit.
Oh yeah, I can go ham on EA too, cause I had an old Xbox, man. EA was shit back in the day.
Well, no, this is the thing. Like in Xbox 360 and Xbox One, the thing is with Xbox 360, they had a partnership with Capcom, which is why you saw all those games that were coming out from Capcom that was like out the woodwork, and it was good. I enjoyed it. But when you had Xbox One, when Xbox One first came out, they were partnered with EA. We know how EA is. They charge for every fucking thing under the sun. You want this package? Like Battlefront? Battlefront pissed me off. It was to the point where it was like, okay, I'm expecting the game to be huge. The game was small, but I had to pay for more for the DLCs. I'm like, fuck y'all. Y'all did this shit constantly. You do it with FIFA. I understand with FIFA, but you do it with everything. Fuck EA. That's the only company I don't like out of the video game universe is EA. I can deal with Namco. I can deal with Activision. I can deal with all the independents, but EA can kiss my ass.
Yes, exactly.
But why did they... Sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
It's slogan. It's in the game.
Fuck EA.
Yeah, when they came out with the Capcom, like, oh my god, my kids wanted the game, and I'm like, oh really? Like, how much does this cost? Okay, fine.
They were giving them out for free sometimes. They still give them out for free. It's like certain games they give out for free on 360. Like if you still got your 360, they still give out for free. But I'm about to go ahead and turn over to PlayStation 4. I've always been one about the bigger and better deal. PlayStation 4 always have the better deal. Well, they have the better deal now.
Yes.
You need to get coming out.
Yes, you need to get with the PlayStation 4 so I can start murdering you, man.
Is that right?
So is right now the good thing to buy for it for you?
No, y'all don't. Wait till next month. Wait till next month.
What? Okay. What you talk about? Like Scorpio? Or you talking about the S?
No,
PlayStation
the
4.
PS4.
Talk about VR?
No, I'm just saying period because wait till next month.
No, I mean it's like I'm for one for the PlayStation 4.
As we are, listen, you would come as we're closing down this show. That's the link right there to the new show. We're gonna go roll over to the new show right away, and actually we're gonna sit here going to companies you love to hate. That way that's a topic there that everybody can talk about. Do something that we don't normally talk about. That way we're not talking about a person. We're talking about a business. So basically, everybody, go ahead and go click that link there. Go over to the new show. I'll be starting the show in 2 minutes. Thank you guys for watching the Woes. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit the donate button down there because that's what keeps the show
going. I think I might have missed it, dude.
Right. And we will go ahead. I'll go ahead and add you to the next one, Steve. So don't worry about it.
Andre, add me.
I will. The show will be starting in 2 minutes.
Where's the link in here?
2 minutes.
Where's the link?
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Surprise, motherfucker.
See you.
What you doing, everybody? No.
Dre, don't do that. Don't do that.
Like I said, go down there. Go to my GoFundMe page right there. Click that link down there. Donate some money.
Don't do that.
You know
Donate to us.
Take me off the air.
Give us your money.
You know who I am, everybody. I'll see you later, everybody.